everybody, and happy Monday. Welcome into another edition of the Recruiting Rundown. I'm Kendall Smith. He is Wes Mitchell. And Wes, we have so much to get to today on the Recruiting Rundown. Yesterday, Shane Beamer tweeted out 4 welcome home tweets. 3 have gone public. We have announcement dates set. We have literally everything to get into. But first, I just want to check on you because I know that you're probably spent at this point. You have been working nonstop on all of this recruiting stuff. So how are you doing? I think we need a little check-in moment.
No, I'm good. It was fun. I like when the fans are excited, and I know there was a little bit, some of the fans sitting there like, hey, guys, we only got 2 commits. What's going on? When are some other people going to jump in? Going into the official visit weekend, there was a little bit of this sense from fans of like, all right, if Beamer tweets some welcome homes, I want to see some public commitments, I don't want to see guys waiting for weeks and months. And so Gamecock fans got rewarded. Shane Beamer did tease a few weeks ago. He said, I think June's going to be a great month for the Gamecocks. It's June 13th right now. So far, 2 weeks in, I believe his prediction is proving to be correct.
Yeah, I mean, it was literally a crazy day. I kept checking Twitter, and it was like, welcome home, welcome home, welcome home, welcome home. And then you have all the guys from the official visit this past weekend tweeting about their experiences. Like I said, a couple of guys setting announcement dates. But I want to take it back to the OVs this weekend. There were a lot of guys on campus. So what have you been hearing from them about how their experience was?
Yeah, overall, great, as you would expect. 13 guys in. I think you're batting a pretty good percentage if you have, 13 guys are in, 4 have committed. Some others that, obviously could be on the way with announcements coming up. You always feel good as a staff when a kid sets his announcement almost literally in some of these cases while he's on your campus or right after he leaves your campus. So, I think they pushed the family feel, the family vibe. They had dinner at Beamer's house one night. That was something that I believe is new. I don't think last summer they were able to do that. So, yeah, all positive. That's normally the case, but you're actually seeing it. You're seeing the proof there, I believe, in the numbers of guys that have committed, on the officials and that could be committing in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely. And those guys that have gone public since the official visit with their commitments include Kelton Henderson, Connor Cox, and then Cameron Upshaw. But I want to get into some of those guys that haven't gone public yet with where they will be going to school, but they have set announcement dates. So that big name is Dylan Lonergan. He is in the quarterback. He's quarterback, and South Carolina is recruiting him, 4-star. He set his announcement date for July 5th. You've got Jalen Kilgore. He's going to be announcing this Wednesday, June 15th at 2 p.m. And then DJ Braswell, he is a 4-star running back. He's announcing on July 2nd. So where are we at with them, and what have you been hearing about where South Carolina stands for those guys?
Yeah, and obviously y'all don't lock me into this, but I think you in general feel really good if you're the staff, like I said a second ago, if they're setting their decisions on your campus or shortly after they leave. That's generally a good sign. We'll start with Kilgore. That's right around the corner, like you said, on Wednesday. They offered him first major school to sort of get involved and extend the offer. Got him on campus unofficially a couple of times. Official visit went great. And with that quick turnaround, I really feel like they should feel really good about where they stand with Kilgore going into Wednesday. Final 4, I believe, South Carolina, Clemson, Oklahoma, Michigan, Tennessee Tech. So he would be I know if they get him, we'll get more into it. He would be a massive get for South Carolina at safety, 4-star guy. We'll go in order. DJ Braswell, a little bit of a battle still going there. Nebraska was the leader coming into this weekend. He told Gamecock Central after the visit that Nebraska and South Carolina are now tied. He's also going to take officials to Louisville and Boston College the next 2 weekends leading into that decision. That one's a little bit more along the lines of, okay, I'm just going to create a plan, see all my schools, and then make a decision. I think Kilgore's was sort of along the lines of, maybe I found my spot and, I feel good about it. Let me go ahead and get this decision knocked out. Then, of course, as you said, Dylan Lonergan, Gamecock fans have been tracking this one for, over a year now. Arguably the best remaining uncommitted quarterback for class of 2023. very highly recruited, baseball prospect as well. Still has the Stanford official, took an Alabama official. We'll see if he sneaks in an Ohio State one. But I feel like Gamecocks probably feel relatively good. I'm still just not. I'm not locking in any predictions or anything, but I would probably lean South Carolina on this.
Yeah, and it's interesting. He set that date for July 5th. Wes, you texted me last night and you're like, I'm going to be on vacation on July 5th. So I think all GC fans need you to just sneak back in the picture on July 5th. So that way we can have it all locked down when Dylan does commit, wherever he does commit. We'll be covering it regardless because, like you said, he has been such a huge recruit for South Carolina over the past year. He's been very diligent throughout his recruitment process. He has visited South Carolina a number of times. So now finally getting to that finish line and seeing where he is going to commit. Now, kind of switching gears, Wes, and talking about camp. Last Thursday and Friday, Shane Beamer had his high school camp. And there were some younger guys, especially from the class of 2024, that were there. Two big-time names, Dante Reno and Jaden Bradford, their quarterbacks in the class of 2024. Cam Pringle was there, number one player in South Carolina, offensive tackle. So what did you hear from them about how they kind of enjoyed that experience? Because obviously it's different from an official visit, but it's still that time and that experience within the program.
Yeah, I think South Carolina, it seemed that they made an effort to get some of those guys on the campus at the same time. Bradford and Reno were throwing alongside each other. Then, the next day, Reno was still there. Like you said, Pringle there, Josiah Thompson, big time tackle out of Dillon. Mazio Bennett, also known as MJ Bennett, 4-star wide receiver, arguably the top receiver in the state of South Carolina for 2024. All those guys on campus at once is not a bad thing for South Carolina. There's relationships there. I promise you, they're selling all those guys on, hey, you can come in and be the nucleus of this class. And then you sort of build out from there and kind of take over the state. Some other guys, 2023, Montague Rames, 4-star defensive lineman, defensive end, really out of Sumter. Chantavian Bradley, a kid out of Missouri, 4-star guy, 5-star on some services. He was in for 2 or 3 days, stayed on campus unofficial. So, Xavier McLeod from Camden. I would really say it was probably the most star-studded couple of days as far as top talent that they've had on campus. And, to varying degrees with the different guys, everybody will make their own individual decision. But I think South Carolina does feel pretty good about where they sit with most of those guys. As always, some of them will say, look, I'm just going to finish the process and get it over with quickly. Some of them will extend it out. We're talking 2024s in a lot of cases. Like you said, there's a long time to go, but it really is all about those early relationships. So I think staff is feeling pretty comfortable with their start for the 2024 class.
Well, there's certainly a lot more to get to when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to commits, when it comes to official visits, and we will get into all of that in depth on GC Live. So if you haven't had the chance to check it out, be sure to check out GC Live. We'll talk about it all, but this was just your quick little rundown, things that have happened in the world of Gamecock football over the past few days. It's been absolutely crazy, but be sure to continue to check out GamecockCentral.com. Check out all of our social medias because we will keep you posted on everything. Wes, you're doing a great job. Keep up the great work.
Thank you,
We all
ma'am.
appreciate everything that you are doing to keep everyone in the know. But this has been the recruiting rundown. We'll be back with more. It's going to be a busy summer for sure. He's Wes Mitchell. I'm Kendall Smith, and we will see you guys soon.